Alright everybody, hello and welcome to the very first, the playoffs of the Zotac Starleague 2014 season number 1. I'm SP Revolution 5 and I'm joined tonight by Rhinessa Dota.
Reserve time.
Hi SP Revolution, thanks for having me.
No problem. I am pronouncing your name right, Rhinessa.
Rhinessa is perfect. And
Rhinessa,
should I be
there we
calling
go.
you Revo?
You can call me Revo, yeah, that's fine. Anyways, we do have our game tonight, our first best of 3 between Union Gaming and Outplay. I do want to get one brief bit of news out of the way. I know we'd said there was going to be Dota 2 Lounge betting happening here. They were not able to get those up tonight. Hopefully we'll have them for the games tomorrow night, so very sorry for those of you looking forward to that. We're still going to try to get it going here. But Outplay is going to have 4 Slim and Purple Rain with them. They have a stand-in, Ice Envy, and Tunts as well as a stand-in. I know Ice Envy because she is an admin for some Brazil Dota tournaments, but I'm not sure who Tunts is, so I'm very excited to see this coming out.
Yeah, and I am pretty much unfamiliar with these teams entirely, so you'll get this really nice, unique
10 seconds remaining.
perspective from me. I don't know who's carrying, I don't know who's supporting, so this will be
5
great.
seconds
I'll just sound
remaining.
very surprised and excited about everything.
Yep, and it's sure to be
Reserve
a
time.
very, very exciting game. Of course, Union Gaming with no stand-ins, they're gonna actually go off with what to me looks like a bit of an armor reduction strat. You've got Naga Siren who has the Riptide, even though that's not the focus of her hero, and then you've got Dazzle with the Weave ultimate that's just going to slowly over time wear down the enemy's
10 seconds
armor.
remaining.
Yeah.
Now, my question
Radiant
is for
team
Union.
ban.
I know most people have favored that Rush Radiance on Naga and using her to split, push, and carry. But she can still be played as a support. I mean, I saw it earlier today. I think by Empire. What does,
Oh, really?
does Union have a preference, or?
10 seconds
I
remaining.
don't know.
Dire team ban.
Yeah, I've seen this pick of Purple Rain now. Rhinessa, did you catch where I was doing the player introductions on stream?
I heard a bit of them, or I saw.
Because what amazed me, bleh, is that Purple
10
Rain is actually
seconds
15
remaining.
years old, and he plays top tier.
5 seconds
Like,
remaining.
this guy is an absolute monster.
Huh. That will be very interesting for me to
Reserve
watch.
time.
Alright, so they've banned out the Prophet. I think Prophet would be okay at dealing with the Naga split push.
Yeah,
And they don't want to allow Outplay to do some of their rat on their own.
there is sound, but Revo sounds like a robot. Am I coming through clear to you, Rhinessa?
You sound perfect to me.
Okay, if this keeps coming through, I will, try to do some tech difficulties. I'm hoping those won't be happening tonight. Anyways, as you were saying...
Yeah, we might try to just me hosting the call. Perhaps
Yeah.
that'll be enough to help it. The Centaur Roadrunner ban is interesting to me because, I guess I could see them banning that. Outplay doesn't want to pick it, most definitely, because Naga is a direct counter to Centaur. If he stampedes in, she just sings, and then...
You know, I've never
Radiant
thought of it that
team
way.
ban.
yeah, you lose any form of initiation that. It looks like the sound is fine. We've got some
Radiant
comments that
team
they're doing.
Okay, so I've been told wrong. Apparently Ice is a man, and I feel bad about that. Is the man. I'm really confused now. Chat's like, Ice is man, by the way. Wait, what? No, is the man. And I'm like, okay, what's going on here? But yeah, we do see the Doom coming out. I've never thought of Naga as being a counter to Centaur, but that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, she's
10
a
seconds
really good
remaining.
pickup against a Centaur, and because she's such a versatile hero, you can send her
5
mid, you can
seconds
carry
remaining.
her, she can be a support.
Yeah.
It's an excellent pick against Centaur, and it usually
Reserve
doesn't
time.
compromise your draft too much because she has nuke, disables,
She can do whatever.
minus armor. Yeah, so she's an incredibly versatile hero. So nice first pickup by Union Gaming. The OD ban makes me wonder, okay, does Outplay just not want to face such a strong mid, or do they have a mid in mind that OD is going to be a real problem?
Well, I mean, OD will really be a problem for Invoker. He's already got such low base damage starting out. And OD taking away more intelligence means that Invoker is not going to be able to last hit. He can't last hit, he's not going to have a good laning stage. And the laning stage depends on, or Invoker's success depends on the laning stage, because he just needs to get something out of it. He needs to be able to get that advantage. No, this girl is not my girlfriend. I thought about that before this cast. I'm like, somebody's gonna come up with that, and I'm gonna be like, nope.
That's the only way a girl could be playing Dota with you.
Yeah,
Or,
obviously.
That's the only way a girl could be involved.
Yeah.
Dire team
No, my girlfriend
Mirana
wouldn't cast Dota with me. Anyways, yeah, the Mirana pickup.
Interesting. So we still don't know if this is a support or a carry Mirana. Support Mirana's fallen out of fashion a little bit. That the roaming duo is pretty powerful. Not that Shadow Shaman is the best. He'd be an okay combo up with it. So I would guess this is a farming Mirana, or at least an offlane Mirana.
10
We'll have to
seconds
see how
remaining.
Union responds. I assume these teams play against each other pretty
5
often.
seconds
They
remaining.
scrim, they play in tournaments, so they'll know
Radiant team
how to
pick.
respond to this.
Yep.
Looks like I wonder if this is a Nyx offlaner support. Union has left their draft so open.
Yeah, and I mean, picking up heroes like a Naga and a Nyx early in the draft, neither of these could be cores, actually. I would say definitely that one of them is a core,
10
most likely,
seconds
unless you're going to put
remaining.
Naga in the mid lane or Nyx Assassin in the mid lane. And still, they're definitely
5
considered cores
seconds
then.
remaining.
But it's just saying, hey, we don't really know how you draft. So what we're going to do is we're going to pick up the most
Reserve
flexible hero
time.
possible and play really reactionary. Which I think is a really smart way to draft against a team you don't know how to play against. Like, in pubs, for instance, if you're drafting, obviously, you're not up against a well-known team that you could say this is their drafting style. So you want to kind of have a set of heroes that your team likes to go with, and then be able to build a draft around those.
Radiant
So
team
we have a
back.
Venomancer pickup followed by a Death Prophet. So this Venomancer lets us know, yes, this is a core Mirana,
Yeah.
and yes, Outplay wants to push. So I wouldn't be surprised to see a Forge Spirit Invoker coming out from this.
10
Definitely not.
seconds
But
remaining.
the Death Prophet on the mid lane, if she even is on the mid
5
lane,
seconds
that is a
remaining.
really strong source of counter push and push at the same time. I've played
Reserve
games with
time.
Death Prophet where she was the reason we ended up winning the game, and we'd lost our outer towers by like 20 minutes, but you just defensively pop that Death Prophet ult when the enemy team comes full force ready to push, and what do
10
they do? You
seconds
can't
remaining.
stand in that. If she's back behind the racks, you can't hit her and just get
5
rid of it.
seconds
So it's
remaining.
such a nice, defensive
Dire team back.
hero, as well as a very nice mid hero to have, because something me and Dragon Drop kept talking about, her and Dragon Eye are two heroes that just, when the enemy hero leaves lane, that tower is theirs. There is
Yeah.
no question about it. They just walk up and take it.
10
So Invoker
seconds
is gonna
remaining.
have to really play carefully in
5 seconds
the game.
remaining.
Twitch
I
does
also-
have a
yep.
delay
Here.
here.
Reserve
No, this
time.
Twitch has a delay. It's noticeable
Yeah, I just want to
because
make that clear.
there's no bans and so I can see the delay. I really like this Death Prophet pickup in combination with the minus armor strategy, because the ghosts are physical damage. So it's
Yeah.
really going to enhance that. And a lot of times you see Naga Dazzle, and then so you send Naga mid. It's like, okay, let's pick Slaughter too, and just pile it on. That's a lot of single target minus armor.
Yeah.
But Death Prophet brings in this excellent AoE. So instead of
10
just
seconds
using minus
remaining.
armor to take down a core or someone particularly tanky, you're destroying
5
the
seconds
entire
remaining.
team with that weave plus the Death Prophet ult.
Radiant team
Yeah.
pick.
Vitu Vieira, the stream and Dota TV should be lining up perfectly.
Yeah, they're both delayed by 2
Yeah.
minutes. A lot of people sometimes think that Dota TV isn't delayed because you would think, okay, they're playing, they can't watch it.
Yeah.
But they could if they just had a second Steam account or a laptop open next to
10
them.
seconds remaining.
Yeah. But, Death Prophet, definitely a good
5
hero to
seconds
pick up.
remaining.
One hero I've thought of, and I've played this before,
Dire
is a
team
Medusa
pick.
along with Death Prophet, because with that amplification of physical damage, and the fact that the team
That's
cannot run from it,
disgusting.
it is terrifying to play against. But speaking of another disgusting hard carry hero, we've got the Luna. So this is putting Mirana either in an off-lane role or a solo safe role if they want to go aggressive. And I really like Outplay's lineup. It's solid. It's traditional, you could say. It's a tested lineup that
10 seconds remaining.
has the kinks worked out of it. You've got the 2 supports. But Union Gaming possibly going a little more greedy. And we're going to see a gyrocopter out of them. So
This is a support Naga and an offlane Nyx.
Yeah. The gyrocopter, though, I remember in the TI3 qualifiers, there was a game between Naga and Luna and Gyro, and it was just a who can hold on to the rapier the longest fest, which is going to be very exciting. Anyways, so really exciting game. Of course, I'm SB Revolution 5. I'm joined by Renessa, and we're really happy you guys have come out to join us tonight. I am using this new HUD skin. It's the what's it called? The Monolith Black HUD. And those of you in-game may want to switch over to that. It is really nice. Big shout out to the American Dota League for bundling that with their ticket. But anyways, we are going to get things right underway here. Looks like no good old BR Dota pause. And I'm going to go ahead, go into showcase view, and introduce Outplay. So on the Mirana, we have 4. On the Venomancer, we have Outplay Slim. On the Invoker, we have Purple Rain. Their stand-in, Ice, on the Shadow Shaman. And then on the Luna, we have their other stand-in, Tunce. And Renessa, if you could introduce Union Gaming from the gyrocopter on over.
Alrighty. So, playing our safe lane carry, we have who I'm going to call Ewo on the gyrocopter. IWO is going to take forever to say. Going mid, we've got Side Rail. Playing this off lane Nyx, we've got Angel. He's already scouting out the rune, it looks like. Playing the Dazzle up top is Jericho. And last but not least, our support Naga is Pimps. We'll go with Pimps.
Pimps, yeah, I guess. Alright.
We've got some nice aggressive movement up here by Outplay, but potentially just for warding. They do have 4 up here. It looks like they want to go for a first blood.
Yeah.
Mirana has an awful long way to go to get back to her lane.
No, they're actually going to send Tunce bot, it looks like, and possibly an aggressive tri-lane, which, with the Mirana, is very good. They've got an easy way to hit that arrow, and even if they just get her 1 kill right off the bat, that sets them up for a really nice laning stage. But actually, it looks like the supports are rotating on down.
So they probably wanted to go for a first blood, but up against this tri-lane, it's a little challenging. No. Dazzle hasn't skilled anything yet, so... Oh, any point into the poison just to get some brass here. On 4? Yeah.
Yeah.
4
and the poison is very, very useful. Since they buffed that to be... Well, they buffed it recently, and it's a big buff to Dazzle.
Yeah, they buffed it in several different ways.
And this is a hero that you saw from never being picked in competitive scene, because everyone said, oh, he doesn't have a stun, he's too squishy, he needs some items, to being first pick, first ban. And, that's just a huge thing. I'm honestly surprised that they left the Slardar in the pool so long and said, hey, you have the option to pick that up. Because Slardar up against Luna, up against Invoker, these are squishy heroes. These are not anything that's going to be able to tank up huge amounts of damage, and Slardar turns everything into huge amounts of damage.
So, something I have just thought of. I'm actually, even though the gyrocopter pick is kind of greedy, I guess since they're not running the Naga support, it's not that bad. But while Death Prophet is using her ult to push towers, that flat cannon is going to be able to keep Outplay away from even getting near enough to pull a creep wave or to even think of counter push. So Outplay have some counter push. They can drop Rasta wards, they can drop Veno wards, but Death Prophet Ghosts just ignore those, and she can stand back kind of far. That's, I think, what makes her such a powerful pushing hero.
She's great as a siege pusher, kind of. She's not exactly the, I'm going to come up and tickle your tower little by little like a Nature's Prophet would. She's more like the Lycan style of push, where, hi, that tower's there, I'm going to take it right now. Goodbye, we're done here. And, or like a Pugna. The one thing is, I feel like she falls off a little bit in the late game if she doesn't do well. If she does well now, you can see Death Prophet go for a Bloodstone where she can spam Crypt Swarm almost constantly. Or a even a heart just to stay alive.
Denied.
So, I mean, you can see many different things come out there.
It does have it's very versatile. And she went Bottle Rush, so she'll be able to do a lot here.
Yeah.
And what is this?
And
Purple Ran.
Purple Rain.
It looks like a Purple Rain. Got it,
Yeah.
thank you. It does look like Forge Spirit build coming out from him. So just capitalize on that push. Maybe not let Union get away with too much of the pushing on their own. I think we're going to see some spectacular team fights.
Oh, yes.
From these lineups.
These team fights are going to be insanely fun and a great game to start off the weekend here. And one other thing about him going Quas Exhort. If he went Quas Wex, he'd be so much more vulnerable to Death Prophet's silence. But with Quas Exhort, he gets silenced. He still has right-click damage to fall back on. He's not like a useless hero now. Speaking of that damage, though, Cold Snap is going to come out. Doesn't look like it's going to be enough. Just trying to push Death Prophet back from the tower a bit.
Yeah, I've seen him use Cold Snap just to kind of harass whenever it's off cooldown.
Yeah.
He has added Tornado. Death Prophet isn't the tankiest hero, although she does alright with 4 armor and 700 health.
I mean, Purple Rain's playing this with a very flexible build, and this is something I like to go for. But the big thing with Quas Exhort is that you need 2 Forge Spirits early, and you're not going to get those as early if you put another point in Wex. Like, that's going to spread your build a little thinner, although you're much more versatile. They're not going to be as potent. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. I mean, he still has the option, if necessary, of going Quas Wex Invoker if the game turns that way. And he might be waiting to see, okay, what happens with First Blood, how are the lanes doing, what do I need to do?
Yeah. Gyrocopter's going to be going for a Midas, and this is an item I really don't like on Gyro, for one reason only, is that he needs a BKB and a Helm to really come online. Midas is going to delay that, unless he gets it at the 5-minute mark, and he's not getting it at the 5-minute mark here. It's going to be close, but it's not going to be exactly then, so I feel like this is a really greedy pickup. Of course, the one thing is, Union Gaming does have the potential to hold the mid game quite easily. With the Naga Siren Song, the Death Prophet ulti as well, it's going to be really nice. And I think one of the reasons...
Angel's going on Sim down on bottom. Yeah, First Blood Sim down bottom. And it looks like Lunam is going for a revenge kill, but I don't think they have the damage. Angel should be able to walk himself out, and a nice double hero impale.
Yeah, and there's that Midas coming out right at 5 minutes 30 seconds, so it is still a really good timing.
So what happened was Angel was just harassing away on the Veno, and he hit a nice impale followed up by a mana burn.
Yeah.
And he had just enough damage to pick off the Veno.
Yeah, he's out of mana now, though, so at least they have that. And it was the Veno, not the Shadow Shaman or the Luna, which I feel are the much more important parts of this lane. Veno, once he gets a point in everything, he's got enough damage to really push a bit. He's really not going to be a vital member of this team, whereas Shadow Shaman needs those levels. I'd say he's one of the most level-dependent heroes in the game, just in terms of Mass Serpent Wards, because you get those to level 3, that's not just 30 extra damage, that's 30 extra damage per ward, which comes out to, like, almost 300 damage, which is ridiculous.
Yeah, he's an incredibly powerful hero, and then with what the meta is going, with the heroes that the meta is choosing lately, having a Hex,
We've got
having
an
early
Invis
Hex.
bot, but he's spotted out by the Sentry Ward. I was thinking, we're gonna have action, except they see him.
Well, we do have smoked up Outplay supports. So they look like they wanted to go mid, but maybe they want to move in on Angel here. But he has full mana.
Now they're gonna rotate out mid.
You wanted that.
And I think this is a really good idea from them. Death Prophet, meanwhile, is bottle crowing back, has picked up boots, and does have enough for phase boots right now. So that's what she's going to be going for. I'm interested to see whether we're going to see a Yules out of her, though. Because it can be really nice for Death Prophet. You can pop your ult, you can Yules yourself, and save yourself from all the instant damage that tends to come out when you've got a high burst damage lineup. Hold that thought, though. Purple Rain with the Tornado EMP and the Ice Wall coming out. Looks like he's focusing much more Quas Wex. He's going to harass out Side Rail, excuse me, I think that is. And take away all the mana. So Death Prophet may have phase boots now, but she's going to be leaving lane pretty soon, especially if she doesn't get this next rune. Rhyme completely intended.
Very nicely done there. So I wonder if that early exhort was maybe just to help with last hitting.
Yeah.
It is a little hard to last hit against a Death Prophet who knows what they're doing.
Yeah, her animation isn't the best, but she does have a lot of damage to back it up, whereas Invoker really needs the damage. And denying against Death Prophet is very effective because the majority of her damage is going to come from Exorcism. You delay that by any time, you're going to be stopping her from pushing, which is very important up against this lineup. Actually, Luna fell, and I completely missed it.
I missed it as well. Watching the engagement middle.
Yeah.
But the Veno's very low. Yeah, he's running himself back.
Yeah. Angel is going to spike Carapace up, stun out the Shaman so he can't stun the Nyx. And Carapace going to come out onto Tunts here, who couldn't throw a Lucent Beam just yet.
Yeah, Lucent Beam and one more auto attack, Angel would have fallen. So that was a nice turn and impale by him. I think a lot of players might have just kept running.
We do have a missile onto 4 up top, but it's not going to do enough damage to kill here. And I'm wondering if Gyro, he's only got 1 point in the missile right now. Lots of players think, oh, it's just a 1-point wonder. But if you can, like, at least leave it with 1 point in it for a while, say, oh, well, there's not much damage, you can just run from this missile, it won't hurt, and then later on they run all the way back to base from it, and then it ends up killing them because it is just so powerful. That's like, what, it's a 440 damage nuke. Like right now, for instance, if he had 4 points up in that, that could potentially be half of Luna's health. I think it's a good ability. Of course, I'm not a pro player, and there's a good reason for that, so.
A lot of gyros tend to skip the missile early, depending on the lane they're up against. But if you're up against someone like Mirana, and all you want to do is keep her out of lane, she can't stand there and let a missile hit her.
Yeah, and she doesn't have the damage to kill it. Yeah. And the farther away you run from it, the more damage it does, so.
And 4 is very low and doesn't have a lot of money here. I mean, he's only sitting on 4 and 3.
Yeah. 5 and 3, but
Oh, 5 and 3, sorry.
It's no big deal.
I can read, guys, I promise.
GG, caster can't read.
Game ruined.
No, I had a revelation the other week where I realized that I should just put on glasses and my casting gets so much better. In fact, let me slip those back on now.
Now, we have...
Seagral, thank you, in the chat there.
We have an Invisible Angel sitting here. Ooh, nice hit. Misses the Impale on Invoker, though. So Purple Rain, I think just going to run away.
And he does have that speed. This is a build I really like against a Nyx Assassin for sure. But actually, Seagral, excuse me, going to go ahead and pop out the ult. And Tornado and EMP going to catch out Angel. Unfortunately, Spike Carapace is going to turn a little bit of that around. There is a slow from Ice Wall. Ice now coming in with the Shackle. Veno Ward's joining in the fight. Invoker will pick up the kill. The first on the board for Outplay right now, taking down Angel. And Death Prophet, without too much damage right now, is going to probably back off a little bit. Looks like she is going to be going for that Yule's build. The downside to that is that Invoker can easily land Sun Strikes and set up big combos off of that. It's often an item he'll pick up himself. But knowing that Invoker's not going for a heavy Exort means that at least that is going to be delayed a bit. Here.
There's also, I mean, the nice thing about Yule's on Death Prophet is the increased move speed and just the mana regen, so you're dealing a lot more damage. And while you can use yourself during your ultimate to help prolong it, it's only 2.5 seconds, and you're looking at a 30-second ultimate, so it's probably not going to save you by being like, okay, I'll hang out in the air and my spirits will heal me. A lot of Death Prophets will use that Yule's to get rid of whoever's chasing them, and then run themselves away even more successfully.
It's, what, like 2 seconds? You can't stand there and wait it out. Actually, we're going to have Shallowgrave coming out on Gyrocopter. He's going to be able to take out Ice, and a double kill, actually, on the Invoker as well. Actually, a triple kill for the team, as Death Prophet comes in with the Crypt Storm. Slim did manage to pick off Gyro there. Luna is very low here, going to be TPing out right now. But a really nice engagement up top. Almost picked off the Luna bot, too. We take a look at Gold and XP. Gold is definitely going in the favor of Union Gaming, especially as they've taken out a tower. That puts them over the 3,000 mark. The experience is about identical here.
Yeah, that was a really nice rotation in here by Side Rail. And just that Crypt Storm is incredibly powerful. 1 Crypt Storm finishing off 2 heroes. Massive AoE and a lot of damage. Usually you don't see nukes like that this early, except for mid players like Death Prophet. Well, they have their early levels. But really nice for them.
Yeah. And Death Prophet's doing the right thing, I think, up against the Invoker. I would have, not gotten another point in Crypt Storm to get 1 point in the Silence, simply because of Invoker needs to cast stuff, and I thought that should be pretty obvious. The game is going a little slowly at first, yeah, but, we're seeing some pretty outstanding team fights, and this is going to turn into a bloodbath very soon. We take a look at net worth. Gyro's sitting at the top, 6,200 on him, and that's... Whoa, that's almost 2,500 above the Invoker, who's the top on Outplay right now. They've done an excellent job getting this Gyro farmed. He's got 2,300 gold. Are we going to see a Rapier Rush?
Oh, that's not a thing, right?
Well, it used to be. When Gyro first came into the carry metagame, it was like, well, he just needs lots of damage, because he's going to hit everybody with it. So, let's build Rapier first. There were a couple teams who did that. Eventually, people realized, let's just build a Manta style. Let's not go crazy. Actually, Luna gonna be dropped bot, and that was my next point exactly. Luna would love to get her hands on a Rapier very early. And so, if they did go for that, that would be a definitely dangerous thing. Yeah, the Yules is 2.5 seconds. But, actually, Sidral going to get trapped up here. The arrow and the shock going to take him down. Actually, Courier almost got picked off by a Vino Ward there. There is a Demon Edge up for, IWO.
I would say maybe MKB Rush?
I hope so, but... part of me wants to play devil's advocate here and say, go Rapier. This is going to be a fun game.
You called it.
Well, yeah, and so I can say I called it, because... But, I mean, giving that over to Luna is a very risky place, and as starved as Luna has been for farm here, I think it's a really smart but also stupid idea. You know what I mean? Actually,
Yeah.
Whoa, Naga just taking her time dewarding, gonna get caught up by a tornado and an EMP. Tries to Riptide, but it hits on nothing. Actually, Death Prophet looks like she's gonna be here to bail him out. Shadow Shaman does manage to pick off the Naga on the other end of the fight. Death Prophet, ended up using the Invoker like I'm gonna save this for later, but Luna with the ulti comes through and finally picks up a kill.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
I would
attack.
say that's a wasted ultimate for the Death Prophet.
Yeah.
Not quite what she wanted to get out of that. Trying
Radiant's
to save the
top
Naga, but the
tower is
Venom
under
poison is a
attack.
little too much. And Shadow Shaman's level 6. This tower should go down.
Yeah,
They're the worst.
they're placing the wards in the right position. I cannot tell you how many times I see people in pubs place the wards around the tower, like, guys, they get more damage off on the tower. But actually, if you place them a little behind the tower, that means that if a hero comes up to deny that tower, they get full 9 Serpent Wards to the face. There is no, like, oh, I get half damage or something. No. And very nicely done. The Venom denies the tower despite getting stunned up by Angel. They are going to dust him out, though. Tornado EMP coming through. He will get all his mana burned here. Carapace is going to stun the 2 heroes out for a second here. But it looks like he's going to drop. He's got no invis to bail himself out. And he's going to turn around and burn the mana, but nothing much he can do. Outplay beginning to turn this game around. They've at least tied it up. Golden XP starting to turn around in their favor. But the Gyrocopter, he's a force to be reckoned with right now. He's got 1,800 in the bank. If it's a Rapier, let's just say if it's a Rapier, okay? I think he needs to go BKB right now. Because you have a Shadow Shaman, you have an Invoker, you have a Mirana. You're gonna get stunned, okay? There's no doubt about that. It looks like they just want to trade to the bot tower here. But Death Prophet's ultimate wasn't used. It's actually up in 12 seconds. They could push tier 2 mid. They're actually going to go ahead and armor themselves up to do so. And I'm trying to keep an eye... Oh, I am?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry about that. Let me move my mic ever so slightly. Thank you for that. But I'm trying to keep an eye on Gyrocopter's gold to see when he approaches that 3,800 mark. If he does, of course. If it's going to be a Rapier, or if he's going to go for BKB, or if he's not even going to get there and go MKB first.
I wonder if they're waiting to see. So, I think when he started saving up this huge amount of gold, they had a little bit more of a commanding lead.
Yeah.
But, it looks like they're looking to give him Aegis.
Yeah.
And maybe just finish the game straight out.
If you're gonna go Rapier, you need Aegis, which is kind of one of the things that makes me think it's not a Rapier, simply because you want to go for the Roshan when you almost have that rapier done, so you can pick up the Aegis, finish the rapier, and go to town. But he's going to pick it up right now, and, I mean, having a rapier on your carry, not going to be that bad.
I just don't...
Okay, they're saying in the chat he loves to make several rapiers. He's that player.
Alrighty. I mean, with this Aegis stack here, he's actually should be very close to it.
I mean, if it was MKB, he would have bought it right now.
Oh, goodness. Well, guys, you called it.
I still think it needs to be, BKB, though. Because, I mean, you walk into a fight, you get hexed by Shadow Shaman. I mean, they have the Dazzle to bail him out, but Dazzle doesn't live that long.
No, Dazzle really doesn't.
Unless he's Shallow Graves himself, which means he can't keep you alive.
This is only a 1 level in Shallow Grave. That's a short range and a long cooldown. And wow, that Shadow Shaman exploded. The counter on Angel and the tornado.
He fell very, very fast, but they managed to get Angel to overextend just a little bit there, draw him in the range of this ward, and then Angel was forced to buy out the Blink Dagger right before he fell. That's going to mean he has no buyback. There's no way back in. If it's that. It is a rapier, I do believe. Actually, the courier has something.
Regeneration.
Nope.
It's an MKB.
It's an MKB. He came to his senses, guys. I was about to say, big throws coming out. But it's an MKB, so possibly going to hold off on that rapier. I still think a BKB right now would have been the better option. And it looks like he could get picked off right here. He has died once, though. No mana, though, but he's going to be forced back to the base. Nyx Assassin could mana boost him and then give him enough for the TP. Or you could just... But Shadow Shaman comes into the fight, he drops the wards on the other end, he forces Gyro back, they're going to catch out Angel once again, and he just died. But the Naga Siren Song, the anti-fun coming out right now. Gyro could fall to these wards, though. He's going to throw off its ult. The ulti from Death Prophet does come out. Big Impale on 3. That's a double kill for the Death Prophet. Slim already running under cover of the Moonlight Shadow right now. They are going to stun him out just briefly, but I think he's going to juke back into the trees here and try to escape.
I'm afraid your mic is cutting in and out quite a bit.
It might be something with the call. We've had this with Skype as an issue multiple times, because I'm watching in Dota TV that it's coming through perfectly fine, so...
Alrighty, so would you like me to just host the call?
Yeah, just recall me, and we'll do fine. Coddle, recall, quick! Thank you, Vanessa. You would be an excellent, excellent Coddle player, since you recalled me instantly.
Look at how good I am.
Yep.
Skills.
We're gonna have Jericho. Ooh, he's actually it gets all his mana drain, but Shallow Graves himself. Nyx Assassin in a bit deep here, and all this is just to get this ward out. But they want vision. They want to take this tower, and that's the kind of vision you need to have if you're looking at a tier 2.
That escape by Slim there, nicely done.
But Angel not going to get the same benefits, and Gyro ulti is going to come out, but it's only going to catch Ice, who instantly gets out of the AoE.
So that was Purple Rain with a very timely 4-step there, just to help Slim.
Real men go for it.
Hmm?
Are you seeing the chat right now?
Yeah. I mean, let's be honest, we wanted to see a rapier rush.
I mean, more prizes for the viewers. And speaking of which, guys, if you want to get those prizes, we have 8 best of 3s this weekend. I mean, what better time to get some opportunities for prizes? Wait, whose centuries are those?
And your stream is linked to
It is linked, yes. Okay, please no with the big blocks of text, guys. The blocks of symbols. I mean,
yeah.
I did
it looks like Union is going for this bottom tower, so the Fortify comes out, but it's 30 seconds on side rail's ult.
Yeah. But the arrow is going to connect on IWO. He's going for the BKB, which I really like here. In Purple Rain, nice Tornado EMP onto 2. He's going to catch that. They're going to throw out the Dazzle ulti. He's recovered from the stun here, and he's actually taking down 4's health very rapidly. The tower will fall. They are going to take down whatever. That was a Plague Ward. Okay. I thought there was a ward right here in the tree. I was like, what?
Interesting warding coming out. So they get the tower, no kills.
Yep.
Some damage done, but nice. I wouldn't even say trade, just nice gain there for
Dyer's
Union
top
Gaming.
is under
And
attack.
taking a look at the gold, it's gone even more in favor of Union as well as the experience.
Yeah, it's zigzagging back and forth a little bit, but Union Gaming still keeping it on that downward slope. Death Prophet is going for a route of Atos here. This is an item you rarely see picked up.
Down bottom, Angel.
Oh, Angel, bro, are you trying to get back to heaven or something? I mean, it's like FeedFest 2014 over here.
I believe that Angel tried to go on the Shadow Shaman, and he turned and shackled Angel, and I mean, Ice Envy was just sitting there on maybe 50 health, and then held him long enough for an arrow to hit.
Yeah. Oh, and speaking of arrows hitting, IWO gonna farm the enemy's Ancients here, but not gonna be so lucky. Arrow's gonna nail him. Two-man Tornado, EMP gonna come out. Actually, EMP gonna connect on IWO as well. Not too much mana burned on him, but Pimp's already hit with the Cold Snap. Takes a lot of damage. Dazzle will be able to bail them out of this fight. It looks like Death Prophet, he's sitting invis, ready to go. Mirana, you don't want to go in there. You want it to turn around right now. The silence is gonna come out. Luckily, a Yule's Scepter that was mistimed might bail 4 out, but Impale gonna take him down along with the Mana Burn. Slim is gonna get Spike Carapace up here. This ultimate does come out for the Shadow Shaman. Very nice placement from that. Meanwhile, Luna coming on in, killing spree though for Sidral, and Luna needs to get out of here fast. Not sure she's gonna have the opportunity up against Angel and the Gyrocopter. No tier 2 to fall, or tier 1 to fall back on. She will at least take down the Nyx Assassin in turn. But we see a full team wipe coming out from Union Gaming. Union Gaming! Excuse me.
That's okay, that was an impressive fight you just covered there. That was very nicely done.
Yeah.
Whew.
Just a little bit of a Swedish accent coming in there.
That fight was, I think Outplay didn't make any big mistakes
Radiant's
there. It
middle
was
tower is
very
under attack.
nice Shaman ward placement. But what actually ended up happening was this ward placement was here up on the hill. And I believe Luna was ulting down on the low ground. So there were two things that happened there. One, the rest of Union Gaming.
Hold on one second, Renessa. We've got a big ulti coming out from the Gyro. And with the flat cannon, he gets a straight triple kill before I could even blink.
And he does have that BKB, so Revo's day is made.
I mean, that was just full man mode. I mean, you're saying real men go rapier. Okay, but he just walked up to them and said, I'm gonna pop my ult, I'm gonna press E, and I'm gonna kill them all. The only way that Invoker and Luna really survived was they weren't in the fight. Purple Rain actually gonna get netted up here. We're gonna throw a tornado nonetheless.
Nice reactions here by Purple Rain.
Yeah, he is, I mean, he's quite the player. And even if this team for some reason doesn't make it through, well, I mean, I want to say doesn't make it through to the playoffs, but we're in the playoffs now. There's no more group stage stuff going on. But if they get beat by Union Gaming, I definitely think we'll see them coming back next season in full force, ready to go once again. Because they're a very talented group of guys.
Is there a lower bracket for the
There is not, sadly. I wish, because that would just mean so many more games to cast, and I would love that. But, sadly, no. We didn't think we had enough time to do a lower bracket.
Mm-hmm.
We'll have to talk to Gabby about that next year.
At least not enough time to
Tower has
cast
fallen.
and cover all of them. You
Yeah.
could run a lower bracket and just not have coverage of everything.
BKB gonna come out for Gyro. Invoker wanted to engage there, but he saw the BKB and he's like, no. But actually, Slim and Ice gonna walk into the whole team. Ugh. Quite a misplay there. And Mirana will be able to leap out. Slim not gonna be so lucky. Gyro and Death Prophet now both on mega kill streaks. 4 gonna just melt.
That was
And
unbelievable.
This is
I
a
mean,
Rax.
it wasn't. They had no chance of escape. They didn't have any. They just died right away. And there's some diving here.
Yeah.
Now, where did Luna manage to pick up a BKB and a health?
Well, they started wanting to pick off the squishier heroes. Luna was able to get farmed on the back end of that, and I think that was very, very well played by them. I mean, I think the real problem here, and where it got out of hand, is the Death Prophet. Because once Death Prophet entered the fights, it was ugly. It was terrifyingly ugly. And I think there was a bit of misplace on the bot lane from Tunts. I mean, a tri-lane should not lose to a Nyx Assassin. They shouldn't lose their carry there. and I think there was a big issue there. Now, Gyro, what is he doing now? He's got 3,100 gold. He's got the BKB. He's got the helm up. Tons, why? Why wait? Why not leave? Already on the floor. No buyback available, I'm almost sure. Yeah.
Yeah, not even close to buyback.
Meanwhile, 4 will get a nice pickoff on the Nagastar, but no leap available. Angel coming in on ice is not going to actually hit with the Vendetta. Rather, just going to plan a nice impale, and now he's going to get taken out.
Poor Angel. His team's doing incredibly well, and he just keeps falling.
Well, maybe he feels bad for Outplay, and he's like, let's make this interesting, guys. I'm going to feed them as hard as I can, but, I mean, I've seen him play very well, but, the Radiant team seems to be ignoring the Gyro up top. We've got a fight breaking out down bot. Actually, it looks like Jericho could get taken down here, but at this point, the Dire is happy to throw away heroes if they're going to get a Rax out of it. I mean, and it looks like they're at least going to get this range Rax. No, wait, we've got a Fortify coming out. We've got heroes TPing back to the fountain so they can regen up very quickly, but I don't think it's going to be there in time to stop the Gyro. Actually, it's just going to be enough. Holy crap, 47 HP. He is going to right-click it down, I think, but he's got no way to do so. He can't reach it. Luna is going to end the Gyrocopter's unstoppable streak, and the range barracks is going to sit at 47 HP at this point. A very nice hold from Outplay there.
Something that happened in the last fight that was truly incredible teamwork from Union. Sidrow was, I think, had about 8 health left, and Dazzle threw out a heal. And Sidrow managed to run himself away, and then he had a regen rune in his bottle, and he just sits
he had a regen rune too?
He had a regen rune.
On top of the ultimate and the heart.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Ice Frog, why? 6.81. If the Death Prophet is on the map, regen runes do not spawn. Unless Death Prophet is dead.
It would be funny if there was mechanisms or mechanics in place for, like, if there's someone with really low health, it decreases the regen rune rate.
Oh, that would be hilarious.
Excellent. Was that a force staff up to the high ground by Angel? Well played.
And, I mean, as much as he's been dying, you can't blame him for going 4-staff blink. However, the one downside is there's one Rax down. All the outer towers are down for Outplay here. They've got to be carrying TPs every second. And, like, Luna, she just TP'd back. She can't go outside of the base until she's got enough money and knows that the cooldown is ready for a TP right now. I'm still wondering, though, on the Gyrocopter, are we going to see it? It's 4,700 gold up on him right now. And I mean, at this point, as far ahead as you are, I'd say it is okay to go Rapier. I would still say, though...
Why risk it?
Yeah, exactly. Like, oh no, Invoker! He's scouting out with Ghost Walk, but he's gonna get dusted. He's actually popped his invis with a Force Staff here, but no more Force Staff to bail him out. He's gonna drop. And this opens up a Roche opportunity for Gyrocopter right now. 5,000 gold up on him. And yeah, as we were saying, though, why risk it? Like... You're just giving the opportunity for the other... He sold the Midas! Ladies and gentlemen, he sold the Midas for the Rapier.
And they're picking up
and I mean,
Rapier for him. And I mean, he has got MKB and Rapier for damage, a BKB to protect him from Outplay, and then a Helm to get his health back for any physical damage he could potentially maybe take. And Outplay is just gonna die. I mean, he's gonna be able to. If he had crit, he would just one-shot the whole team.
Yeah. And Insane Plus has received a prize for witnessing a purchase of the Divine Rapier. That's what this game has come to, guys. Like, they are still playing somewhat intelligently. There was a haste rune down here that they hesitated picking up, just knowing that if they picked that up, somebody was gonna overextend in front of the team, and that could mean someone gets picked off, and this is the point where you can't let somebody get picked off. Death Prophet will pop the smoke here. We're gonna take an arrow to the face. However, I mean, having Heart, having the ult to back up, she practically wants someone to come in here. But the EMP not gonna drain, well, actually, gonna drain more than enough mana. Actually, the ultimate was unavailable there for a second. Very nice play from Purple Rain. I mean, the reaction times from this guy are outstanding. Now, Purple Rain is going to force staff back. He is going to get caught out by Angel, but the song is actually saving his life right now. They're going to push on in. Death Prophet's ultimate doing literally no damage to the Invoker, but a nice place in front of the Venomancer ulti. They're going to be able to turn that out. Jericho getting taken down very fast, but Gyrocopter is going to take down 3 already. Actually, that wasn't just Gyrocopter, but you know what I mean. Invoker actually going to find a pickoff on the Dazzle, but is it enough? Gyrocopter more than one-shotting these creeps. We're going to see both supports buying back right now. Invoker is silenced up, does have a 4-step available, albeit slowed down by that Rod of Atos. Angel with a beautiful impale on top of the Gyrocopter ulti. This could be the last stand for Outplay. Both supports and the Luna gonna fall. Triple kill for the Gyro. Purple Rain running for his life at this point. And that's gonna be a 5-man wipe right now. Racks are gonna fall. It's looking like a GG right now. And it's gonna come out, yeah.
Incredible synergy for Union Gaming there. I mean, excellent timed shallow grave on Dazzle to keep himself alive and continue to heal his team. Just nice force staffing and mobility that we saw. So very well played by Union Gaming.
And that blink in from the Nyx Assassin, setting up the perfect impale for the perfect what's it called? Call down from Gyro. It feels like it should be called something more epic, like he's got really Rocket Barrage, Missile, Flak, Cannon, and Call Down. Like, hello, could you come down?
Explosion!
Big explosion of stuff. But yeah, that was just outstanding play from Union Gaming. Hopefully, though, Outplay can turn it around. Of course, guys, I'm SP Revolution 5. I'm joined by Renessa Dota. You can find me on twitch.tv/SP Revolution 5. I've just seen Pimp Muckle come into the chat. It feels like we've got a celebrity among us, honestly. But, of course, SP Revolution 5 on Twitch, SP Revolution 5 Dota on Facebook, and SP Revolution 5 on Twitter. Renessa, you can find at Renessa Dota on Twitter, and at Renessa on Twitch. That is REINESSA. Just in case you don't know how to spell that. We'll be right back with Game Number 2, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in.